1. Heat wave warning. How extreme temperatures damage your brain. Summer health alert. 2. The hidden dangers of extreme heat, mental health impacts. 3. How extreme heat impacts your brain and mental health, what you need to know. 4. Heat anxiety in India, why it's rising and what you need to know. 1. Heat wave warning. How extreme temperatures damage your brain. Summer health alert. **** Brace yourself. Extreme heat isn't just uncomfortable. It could be messing with your brain. ***. In today's Health Spotlight, we're diving into a topic that's as hot as the summer weather: the impact of extreme heat on your brain. As you soak up the sun this season, experts are urging everyone to take frequent breaks from intense heat exposure. But why the caution? Turns out, extreme heat does more than make you sweat. It can weaken your cognitive abilities and exacerbate mental health issues. Imagine feeling more irritable, anxious, or forgetful, all because of the heat. Your memory, attention span, and reaction time can take a hit, too. And this is the part most people miss. Heat can increase oxidative stress and inflammation in the brain, potentially damaging neurons and worsening conditions like stroke risk or existing neurological problems. But here's where it gets controversial. Some argue that the effects of heat on the brain are overstated, especially for healthy individuals. They believe that moderate heat exposure might even have benefits, like improving cardiovascular health. Others, however, insist that the risks are real and underestimated, particularly for vulnerable groups like the elderly or those with pre-existing conditions. So, what's the verdict? Should you avoid the heat altogether, or is there a happy medium? And how can you protect yourself while still enjoying the summer? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Have you noticed changes in your mood or cognitive function during hot weather? Do you think the risks are exaggerated, or are we not taking them seriously enough? Share your experiences and join the conversation. 2. The hidden dangers of extreme heat, mental health impacts. The hidden mental health crisis no one talks about: how scorching heat wreaks havoc on your mind and body. Published July 7, 2025, at 5 a.m. Central Daylight Time. While most people worry about heat stroke during extreme temperatures, and rightfully so, here's what you need to know about heat exhaustion and heat stroke. There's a silent epidemic few are discussing: how blistering heat fundamentally alters our mental state. But here's where it gets controversial: many medical professionals still underestimate these psychological impacts. Carolina Pena, a licensed therapist at Parkland Health, reveals to Kara's Sam Baker how our brains literally cook under pressure during heat waves. Your body and mind aren't separate systems, they are deeply intertwined, Pena explains. When extreme heat triggers your body's stress response, your emotions get hijacked too. We're talking increased irritability, heightened anxiety, even depressive episodes. And this is the part most people miss: it can escalate to aggression, impulsive decisions, even violent outbursts. Baker probes deeper. Are you saying heat can cause clinical depression? Indirectly, yes, Pena responds. When it's dangerously hot outside, people isolate indoors. Social withdrawal breeds depression. Meanwhile, the anxiety stems both from physiological stress and existential dread about climate change. Watching record temperatures fall year after year. That's a mental health time bomb. But the most shocking revelation: extreme heat may trigger psychotic episodes. Those with pre-existing conditions, like bipolar disorder or schizophrenia, are especially vulnerable, Pena notes. And here's the uncomfortable truth we need to confront: homeless populations face 24/7 exposure without relief, creating perfect storms for mental health crises. Why does this happen? Pena breaks down the neuroscience. Heat stress activates your sympathetic nervous system, the fight-or-flight response. Your heart races, blood pressure spikes, muscles tense. This physiological chaos directly impairs cognitive function. Suddenly, simple decisions feel overwhelming. Emotional regulation fails. Even your sleep gets disrupted, creating a vicious cycle worsening all these effects. The solution isn't just drinking water, though hydration is crucial. Pina recommends strategic cooling. Seek air-conditioned spaces like libraries or malls. Practice thermal biofeedback. Notice when your body tenses and consciously relax. Controlled breathing is powerful. Deep breaths literally cool your bloodstream. Try cold showers before bed to reset your system. Most importantly, recognize that heat affects more than your physical comfort, it's reshaping your mental landscape. Now here's the controversial question we should all be asking. In an era of rising temperatures, should heat-related mental health impacts be classified as a public health emergency? The research suggests yes. See how heat affects the mind and the connection between high temperatures and mental health. Yet society continues treating heat waves as temporary inconveniences rather than the full-spectrum health crises they truly are. What's your experience? Have you noticed mood changes during heat waves? Do you think workplaces should adjust expectations during extreme temperatures? Share your thoughts below. Let's start this critical conversation. Additional resources. 7 unexpected mental health challenges that spike during summer. 3. How extreme heat impacts your brain and mental health. What you need to know. The impact of heat on our brains is more significant than many realize. Here's what medical professionals want you to understand. As summer temperatures rise across the United States, particularly affecting the East Coast and Midwest, health warnings are being issued. While we often think of heat as merely a physical stressor, it can also have profound effects on our mental well-being. Dr. Jace Reed, who leads the emergency psychiatry department at Cedars-Sinai Hospital in Los Angeles, highlighted in a conversation with Fox News Digital that the brain, being a vital organ, is particularly susceptible to the effects of high temperatures. During extreme heat, individuals may experience heightened irritability and anxiety, alongside diminished memory, focus, and reaction times. These changes can significantly impact both personal and professional interactions, as Dr. Reed cautioned. You might find yourself taking longer to finish tasks, or struggling to recall recent conversations, he explained. These can be early indicators that the heat is influencing your cognitive functions and mental capabilities. Moreover, symptoms such as severe confusion could signal the onset of heat stroke, a serious condition that may necessitate hospitalization, according to the psychiatrist. In another discussion with Fox News Digital, Dr. Thea Gallagher, a psychologist and director of wellness programs at NYU Langone Health, pointed out that when the body overheats, it faces challenges in maintaining its internal equilibrium. This disruption can lead to sleep disturbances, fatigue, and difficulties in concentration, as well as impairments in cognitive function, slower reaction times, and challenges in decision-making. The heat can also elevate oxidative stress and inflammation within the brain, which may harm neurons, exacerbate existing neurological issues, and increase the risk of stroke. Exposure to high temperatures can trigger an inflammatory response in the brain, Dr. Gallagher noted. In cases of heat stroke, this inflammation is thought to contribute to symptoms like confusion and delirium. Additionally, excessive heat can compromise the blood-brain barrier, making the brain more susceptible to harmful toxins and pathogens. Research indicates that elevated temperatures are linked to mood disturbances and aggressive behavior, particularly during extended heat waves. Experts have observed a rise in emergency room visits for mental health issues during particularly hot days. Dr. Gallagher confirmed that psychiatric emergencies related to anxiety, depression, and substance use tend to spike on the hottest days. Here are some key mental health symptoms that can worsen in high temperatures. Increased irritability, anxiety, or mood fluctuations. Difficulty focusing, often referred to as brain fog. Heightened impulsivity or aggressive tendencies. Deterioration of psychiatric conditions, such as depression or psychosis. Confusion or delirium, especially in cases of heat stroke. Individuals with pre-existing mental health conditions, including mood disorders, schizophrenia, anxiety, or dementia, are particularly vulnerable during hot weather. Some psychiatric medications can hinder the body's ability to regulate temperature or maintain hydration, Dr. Gallagher pointed out, while heat can exacerbate symptoms like agitation or paranoia. Those with cognitive impairments may not recognize the signs of overheating, she added. On hot days, it's crucial to practice patience with yourself and others, as advised by a psychologist. Certain SSRIs, selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, can inhibit sweat production, which is the body's primary cooling mechanism. This increases the risk of overheating, dehydration, and even heat stroke. Interestingly, SSRIs can also lead to excessive sweating in some individuals, a side effect known as SSRI sweats. While this might seem beneficial for cooling, it can actually result in dehydration if fluid intake does not keep pace. To safeguard brain health during extreme heat, experts recommend the following strategies. Stay well hydrated, as dehydration can exacerbate cognitive decline. Avoid outdoor activities during peak heat hours. Seek shade or stay indoors from 11 a.m. to 4 p.m. Utilize fans, air conditioning, or take cool showers. Employ blackout curtains and cooling bedding to promote restful sleep. Consult your doctor regarding any medications that may heighten heat sensitivity. Practice deep breathing and relaxation techniques to manage heat-related stress. Maintain social connections. Check in with friends and family. As Dr. Gallagher noted, longer days and increased activities can be exhausting. Therefore, prioritizing sleep and rest is essential, along with finding ways to slow down when possible. Angelica Stabile serves as a lifestyle reporter for Fox News Digital. 4. Heat anxiety in India, why it's rising and what you need to know. Imagine feeling a wave of anxiety every time the temperature rises. This phenomenon, known as heat anxiety, is becoming increasingly prevalent across India, and it's a topic that deserves our urgent attention. But here's where it gets controversial. Not everyone agrees on the implications, or the best ways to address it. Heat anxiety, also referred to as heat stress or heat-related anxiety, involves feelings of worry, discomfort, or apprehension that are triggered by hot weather or high temperatures. According to Padma Shri Dr. Mukesh Batra, founder chairman emeritus of Dr. Batra's Healthcare, prolonged exposure to heat places significant stress on the human body. This stress activates the body's fight-or-flight response, leading to elevated levels of adrenaline and cortisol. These changes can cause anxiety, agitation, mood swings, and even disrupt sleep patterns. During the intense heatwave of 2025, Dr. Batra's clinics reported over 100 psychiatric cases, primarily involving anxiety and mood disorders among young adults. But what exactly does heat anxiety feel like? The physical symptoms include sweating, a rapid heartbeat, dizziness, and nausea. Emotionally, individuals may feel overwhelmed, irritable, or anxious, particularly in hot environments. This often leads to them avoiding outdoor activities or social gatherings to escape the discomfort associated with heat. Dr. Harini Attaru, a senior psychiatrist at care hospitals in Hyderabad, notes that those with pre-existing mental health conditions like anxiety or depression may experience exacerbated symptoms during extreme heat. Similarly, individuals without any mental health history might find themselves feeling emotionally drained or stressed. The situation is complicated further when dehydration and heat exhaustion come into play, as explained by Dr. Kunal Kumar, a senior consultant in psychiatry. These conditions can mimic or intensify anxiety symptoms, creating a vicious cycle where both physical and mental health spiral downward. And this is the part most people miss. The rise in heat anxiety in India is not just about the temperature. A 2025 study highlighted the unique mental health challenges faced in low- and middle-income countries, which often experience hotter and more humid conditions than their Western counterparts. Since 1990, mental disorders in India have doubled, with 1 in 7 Indians now suffering from mental illnesses. Despite this, there remains an 80% treatment gap for common mental disorders in the country. A Lancet study predicts a 23% increase in India's mental illness burden by 2025, linking it directly to climate-related stress. The Journal of Affective Disorders also found that heat waves significantly worsen mental health among rural students. Dr. Batra highlighted that during the 2025 UP heatwave, hospitals saw 100 to 150 daily psychiatric cases, underscoring the severe mental toll of rising temperatures. Dr. Kumar pointed out that the crisis is particularly acute in urban areas, where the heat island effect exacerbates the psychological strain on residents, creating a perfect storm for mental health challenges. Adolescents and young adults are especially vulnerable due to hormonal changes, digital overstimulation, academic pressures, and social disconnection, all of which are aggravated by heat. Children and the elderly are also at risk due to their reduced ability to regulate body temperature, which can lead to serious mental health issues if not addressed. As Dr. Ataru aptly puts it, the link between mental health and weather is undeniable. As our climate continues to change, recognizing the emotional impact of extreme seasons is as crucial as acknowledging their physical effects. Addressing heat anxiety is a vital intersection of public health and mental wellness that requires immediate action from healthcare providers and policymakers alike. What do you think? Are we doing enough to address the mental health impacts of climate change? Or is there more that needs to be done? Share your thoughts and join the conversation.